gaming stocks get hammered after Google reveals new AI vibe coding technology.
How many penguins are acceptable to die for this for you, high tech? Like how many? Like it's like for every 10 minutes a penguin dies from the ice being melted. Is that acceptable?
But they'll die regardless of whether or not I do it or
That's
not.
true. No, that's true. I play around with a lot of AI. I haven't looked into this because honestly, I'd try to make my game in it, and it wouldn't be what I want. So
Google AI Ultra. How much does that cost?
It's $149 a month right now for 3 months.
A month?
That acts as spot on.
Man.
It's just $124 a month. Come on, guys. Then after 3 months, it's $249 a month. But
Yeah, no, I mean, if it makes you money though, it's priceless. I think I'm gonna start like a YouTube channel on a grift on this. I make $1 million a year making AI games.
Is the video AI generated too?
is the what?
What?
Is the video gonna be AI generated too?
No, well, okay, you don't have to spill the secret sauce on grifting, but okay.
Welcome to Off the Console, the hottest podcast that's all about tech and gaming and everything nerdy. And today, we're here. We're back after a week hiatus. I got my friends James and High Tech Lowlife. How's it going, my friends?
Doing pretty well.
Feeling refreshed.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm excited. We like to start the show off by talking about what we do. But before we get to that, actually, let's talk about what the news stories we're going to cover. We're going to talk about massive gaming stocks getting wiped out thanks to Google AI, which is always fun to see. And also, we're talking about Valve being sued in the UK. It's a class action lawsuit there. There's a ton of stuff. We're talking about Highguard's reception. GOG Galaxy's coming to Linux. We got a lot to talk about. So let's get right into it. Let's talk about like what we've done this week. James, let's start with you.
Oh, I'm still in vacation mode a little bit. It's really hard to get out of it. I haven't gone on a vacation with the kids, like a really relaxing one, in a while. So my company had an off-site in Mexico, Cancun. So went to an all-inclusive resort, was able to just enjoy life, kind of checked out of life completely, it feels like, and it's just hard to get back into it. But yeah, so during that time, I mean, I played Fallout 4 on the plane. I had multiple flights playing Fallout 4 and a bunch of other games on the Legion Go 2 is what I actually took. I almost took just the Steam Deck because it's more durable, but I said, screw it. I'm going to take the Legion Go 2. So, yeah. And then it also happened during like the coming home, like a bunch of people in my group couldn't get back to the East Coast. They're hopefully still not there because they had to wait another day or two at the resort, which, you know, heaven forbid you get waited on a little longer. But it was chaotic, like the freeze happening and everything across like Texas and everything. It just caused so much chaos. Our flights were delayed. We didn't get in until like 1 a.m. So yeah,
man, must have been nice going to Mexico during the winter storm.
Yeah, what the funny thing is, I live in Utah. We didn't get touched. It got cold, but it's like we have a record. Like we're supposed to have like I think we have 0.1 inch of snow or something like so far, at least in December, and it's usually like a couple of inches is like the worst is supposed to be. We're royally screwed this year. We needed that, and we're the only state really that didn't get it. So. Yeah, I was a little bummed that we didn't get it, but we're also more prepared. Like you got Texas and a lot of other places, they're just not prepared for that type of stuff, right? So,
yeah. I could really use a vacation right now. Maybe go back to Japan when it's not like record heat in Japan. That was when I went too. Like last summer, it was like it was like record heats in Japan. It was insane.
Yeah, no, it's Mexico. Right before I got to Mexico, it was like I think they had a high in the high 60s. That's crazy for Cancun. So,
dude,
luckily, yeah, it wasn't.
Dude, if you ever go to Japan, Gardiner, I know James has gone to Japan before, but if you ever go to Japan, Gardiner, hit us up, man. We'll tell you the best places to go, and then you should go to Akihabara too.
Yeah.
Akihabara. Oh, that's you have to prepare yourself, Gardner. I know
It's
that
the nerd district.
it's the nerd district, but when you go into some of those buildings, every floor you go up, it's going to be a little less. It's going to be a little bit more risque, a little bit more
a little more degenerate.
Scandalous. Degenerate. That's actually the best way to put it. So.
Well, I mean, they also have PC shops there too, which are pretty cool.
They do.
I wish I had taken footage of the Steam Deck floor, but yeah. My
I need to go back.
running on battery and storage.
Yeah.
But
High Tech, what did you do this week?
Well, I've been struggling with the snow, the ice that's still out in my driveway. I mean, thankfully my car can do all-wheel drive, so I can get out of my neighborhood. Man, it's crazy, man. There's sometimes where I like slide out a little towards this way, and like I know better than to like overcorrect, because that's something like a teenager would do. But
that's just people that don't know how to drive in ice or snow do.
Yeah, like teenagers.
Yeah.
But anyways, aside from that, though, my gaming career, though, I've been enjoying a new FPS, and it's not Highguard. It's called Out of Action. Look it up. You should pull it up. The trailer. It's sick, man. It's like
Action.
It's like a hardcore, like momentum based cyberpunk shooter. You should pull it up you should share it on the thing too.
I do like a cyberpunk shooter.
Find it.
It's by Doku Games of Action Steam. It should be the first
4 page. There we go. I found it.
Man, it feels so good to play, and it's only like $20 right now. It's early access, I will admit.
It came out. Yeah, it did. It only came out a few days ago.
It's been a blast to. What is something going on with your Steam?
That class action lawsuit, man. It's already costing them money.
Yeah.
Oh, but loaded from me. Try refreshing your page.
I did.
Oh. Should I share my screen then?
No. That'll make a lot more work for me.
Wait.
It says I got an error. It said loading failed.
The hell? That's new.
Oh, there we go. We got it now.
Oh, full screen that shit. It's awesome. Steam's thing isn't characteristically this weird, is it?
I mean, I've always had like weird issues playing back trailers and stuff on Steam. This looks pretty neat.
This is very fast paced.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. You can you can run on walls and stuff. You can make builds where like people fly.
Is this like an online shooter?
Yeah, it is an online shooter. You can play with bots though, but
how are they managing to do like the slow-mo in online mode?
So it's based on a cooldown system. I believe it's based on like a range. I'm not entirely sure, but dude, look at that was a crazy kill, man.
Yeah,
I'm not that good yet because I only just started playing, but man, I'm not.
It looks really cool. I hope you can change the POV. I don't like that POV.
What do you mean, like the
FOV?
FOV. Sorry. Yep.
I think it is an option. I don't know for certain. I mean, it is an early access. Like they can always implement it if it's not in the game already. Look at them deflecting all those bullets. That's awesome.
That is cool.
This game is so awesome, man.
I'm definitely picking up on like the DaVinci Resolve glitch transition between the cuts. Like that's DaVinci Resolve's glitch transition.
Good,
but that's cool though. Like it looks really nice. I mean, it has a bit of boomer shooter vibe, a little bit like kind of arena deathmatch.
Yeah, so definitely has the arena speed to it.
Yeah, but you can also make your own classes too.
Oh, nice.
But like a more in-depth system than something like Call of Duty.
What's it called again?
Out of Action.
Out of Action.
So I have a stupidly degenerate grenade launcher build where it shoots sticky grenades.
Oh, nice.
Cool. Man. And people hate it so much. It's all awesome. Yeah. So the game doesn't support custom servers yet, but apparently that's the first thing he's going to implement.
Nice.
Oh, and you can play it offline with bots too.
Oh, that's the best. I love that.
I don't believe there's a dedicated like single player mode that isn't just bots just yet, but I believe that is in the works.
Nice.
I don't know how. I don't because like you had a good point about there being like how are they doing the slow mo with multiplayer games? So basically, what ends up happening is if you're in the range of someone that uses their like slow mo ult, it's on a cooldown. It's on like a cooldown gauge.
Is it slow?
It
So it
slows
technically,
you down.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Yeah, it's very awesome though. I've been playing a lot. I've been playing basically that this whole week.
Nice.
I don't know if it works on Steam Deck, to be honest, but I feel like I wouldn't want to play this on the Steam Deck anyways.
No, you can't. Like, it's really hard to do shooters that are like online competitive shooters on the Steam Deck. You're just not going to do well. If you're really good with the touchpads, yeah, but beyond that joystick, yeah, you're just gonna with the sticks. You're gonna die a lot.
Yeah, it was part of the Next Fest too. A Next Fest, like, I don't know if it was the last one or the one before that, but it was part of a Next Fest, and it was pretty cool. But other than that, though, nothing else. What about you, Gardiner? What have you been playing?
Oh man. Well, I was actually supposed to go to Europe. I was supposed to be there right now, and then because of the snowstorm, my flight got canceled, and they weren't going to be able to get me on a plane until last night, which would mean I wouldn't get to Europe until this morning as of recording, which is Saturday. And it's like by the time I would get there, I would have been like late to the FOSDEM, and I would have missed the whole reason to go, which was actually going to the Open Source Awards, which was being hosted by the European Open Source Academy. They invited me to go, and I was actually still able to interview a couple of the winners of the awards on the site and on my channel.
Wait, they have an Open Source Awards?
Yeah, this is the second annual Open Source Awards. And I got to interview Greg KH, who's he's like the second in command of Linux kernel development. And I also got to interview Jenny Malloy, who's doing some really awesome, like open source science hardware. I have to like think through it to say it right, because I always want to say something else. But it's open science hardware. So this is like freely licensed hardware that lets you do open source experiments like in your home and or wherever. Like so she won that award for like, what is it, advocacy and awareness. And then I also got to interview Frank Karlachek from Nextcloud, the CEO. So yeah, it was really cool. You can check it out on my website. And actually this week we've posted like 9 articles so far, and I think we have one more coming tomorrow. So yeah, I've had a busy week. I haven't played a lick of video games in that interim, but yeah.
I think you know the 2 that we recommended.
The 2 what?
The 2 games that James recommended and I recommended.
Yeah.
What did I recommend?
Well, I don't think you recommended. I think you just mentioned you played Fallout 4.
Oh yeah, I've been watching the Fallout series, and so I played Fallout 4, and then I don't even know if it's on here. Fallout 3 remake. It looks like it's gonna be shadow drop soon, or remaster. So yeah, getting ready for that.
We'll talk about it when it's fully announced, I think, or fully shadow dropped, so to speak.
Yeah. But
good times.
Yeah. Guys, I mean, if you're out there, you're hanging out, you're listening to us, make sure you get subscribed to our YouTube channel. YouTube is like one of our biggest avenues of video distribution here. And then we also have our RSS feed. You can subscribe through any of your favorite podcast readers. podcast.subscribe2.me. You can also engage with the show at Off the Console Show at podcast.subscribe2.me. Yeah, get over there, get going. We're doing some fun stuff. Also, leave us a comment, and we'll try it, and we'll like read comments on the show at some point. Like, do we have any comments we could read? Just off.
Well, there are a couple of comments. Let me pull up the comments. I'll read them out loud.
Nice.
Yeah, so because we had a week off, our last episode is one of our most viewed episodes, like in terms of a single episode getting views. That
Oh,
is.
really? Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. So there are a couple of comments on YouTube. Oh, also join our Discord, by the way.
Oh yeah, our Discord channel. That's right. We have a server.
Yes, please do. C555, C5555. The good intentions sort of doesn't matter when you live in such a curated lifestyle because of the resources you have. It's considered twisted when compared to the quote regular folks' way to live in the 5 to 6 yearly digit wages. What is that all about? I don't even remember what we talked about. Let's see what else. Not having computers at home and all your computers in the cloud will not work. It only takes an outage and everything is gone. People will not go that way to lose control.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, like, that's where we're at with the internet right now. Like, if one of the big 5 providers goes down, like a quarter of the internet goes down too. And it's like, you know,
AWS
people,
goes down.
Yeah. I mean, people don't like, most people don't care about that kind of stuff until it like is like directly impacting them.
Let's see what
for
else.
multiple days. You know, at the end of the day, people are going to be, I think they're fine with slowly moving over because they don't care enough. There's still going to be a lot of people that do, but it's not going to be the majority.
Hold on. AI, quote unquote, AI God. Blasphemy. Cats are the only true gods in this world. Without cats, there would be no internet, for it is made of cats. AI must humble itself before our feline divinities, while Jensen shall get a ripe, stinky poop unburied in his litter box, that he may know his wrongdoing.
I like that.
I bless this message. Yes,
Woke
let's
much?
Do it. Yeah, woke much? Yes.
Woke much?
I love how you think woke is an insult.
I do really find that kind of funny because they don't know the meaning of woke. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think I woke up today. Did you guys woke up today too?
I've been awake for like since 5:30. So
yeah, he's been woke longer than most of us have.
Yeah.
I just woke up.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Leave us a comment if you have other things. We'll respond to your comments. Make it a regular feature of the show here.
Oh, someone talks about how they love the Fox rants, and that Fox should make his rant make a rants channel.
Yeah,
dude, he should.
I love the Fox,
dude. Yeah, let's tell him. Yeah, let's tell him.
Absolutely. Neat. Okay, well, let's get into the first topic here. Gaming stocks get hammered after Google reveals new AI vibe coding technology. If you ever wanted proof that the people posing as investors and economists are gullible fucking rubes, here you go. High-tech, what's this about?
Well, basically, Google unveiled Project Genie. It allows users to generate interactive worlds generated in real time, and all the videos I've seen on the internet are just people making rip-offs of like Dark Souls or Pokemon, or like basically rip-offs of like games that already exist. And by rip-offs, I mean it kind of looks like they just made new footage of those existing games straight up. Oh, someone generated GTA footage and Take-Two took it down for obvious reasons, because they're almost as litigious as Nintendo.
Mm-hmm. Are we going to get it? Zelnick did something that was too spicy for YouTube. You can head over to the Patreon episode.
He wasn't some files allegedly.
Yeah,
but we'll talk. Well, but yes, back to game investors being. I wouldn't say they're gullible. I just think they're putting their funds into the wrong ventures. You know, I personally have a venture that's going to change the world that they should invest in. I can't promise that it'll come out within my lifetime, but it's sure to change the world. All I need is a cool hundreds of billions of dollars from these investors, and it'll make developing this life-changing technology much easier for me. Wouldn't you agree, Gardiner?
Oh yes, as long as $100 million $1 billion comes along with it, I'm all on board. High tech.
Yeah, I'll even yeah. And you guys are my co-creators too, so you would also be entitled to some of that $100 billion investment.
Yeah.
But real talk though, yeah. So they got spooked. Gaming stocks are down from literally every company that is publicly traded. Like basically anyone that's not Valve or an indie dev.
Yeah. I mean, this is just more proof positive that like publicly trading stocks is a really stupid thing. I just don't understand.
Especially how it's set up. Like,
yeah.
It's essentially it's like end game capitalism kind of thing. You know, people throw stuff like that out a lot, but a lot of these game companies went for short-term gains, and this is what happens when you have short-term gains and don't have a long-term vision. It will eventually bite you in the ass. Like, it's eventually just going to keep on getting. I mean, Nancy Pelosi's portfolio doesn't have any of these companies. They should have known that this is coming. So,
is that the stock trading meta? Just do whatever Nancy Pelosi does.
Yeah, yes. that's what's her portfolio? That's what you follow. I'm sure it has a lot of Nvidia though, so I don't know. But
Nvidia doesn't call themselves a gaming company anymore, if you recall.
No, they don't. Yeah. And I know that. But I'm just saying it has a lot of Nvidia, and that it's an overflated stock. So that's what I'm kind of hinting at with that. Yeah, no, it's so. How did, maybe I missed something, but how did the Google Genie wipe out the like the stocks for this?
Because credulous morons with lots of money saw Genie creating AI generated worlds, and they all said, "Oh, gaming's over."
Gaming's over. Yeah, it's going to be a bump. I also think that some of this downfall of these stocks going down too, I don't think is fully related to this. Like I said, it's the end game kind of thing. I think it's also they went for short-term gains, and they're just kind of screwing themselves over every year. They don't show that they have stability. They don't show that they have long-term visions, especially when they can't make a game that's decent anymore. But stack that on top of it, I'm sure that like them releasing not great games, and then an AI being able to create games that are almost as good, that's not a good sign, because they're not almost as good. I'm more crapping on like AAA developers releasing shit that AI can do almost.
Yeah,
that's not a good sign.
According to this Yahoo Finance article, Rockstar parent company Take-Two stock price fell by 9%, more than 9%. It wiped out billions in market cap along the way. Roblox saw an even steeper fall off, with share prices dipping more than 12%, and Unity, the Unity game engine, saw a 30% stock slip.
For Unity?
30%. Also, 30, okay, and so Unity sucks and they're evil, and I would relish this, except a lot of these companies pay like their employees with stock as well as with money, and so it's like a salary. So it's like, yeah, this would be great, except these companies are also like lawyering this stock shit over their employee, and it's like, dude, ugh.
Jesus Christ, 30% is a
30% is crazy.
Gardiner, I have a question with the Unity thing. So why are they evil? Like, I know like a couple of years ago they had a horrible direction with a horrible CEO that they got rid of.
Yeah.
What makes them kind of, what's that?
They're rent seeking.
And so what makes that, I just to explain it
the reason that we're in the situation we're in with a shitty internet that's getting worse is because companies like Google stopped producing things that were like means of capitalism, like engaging in like building things, and instead they started seeking rent, right? They started to like try to extract value because they sit at the top rather than creating things that create value. So, and Unity tried to do that, and they still have runtime fees that they are imposing on big companies that are like successful with Unity. They call it shared success or whatever the fuck they're calling it now. It's
interesting.
Yeah. So Unity is a horrible, horrible company.
So here's my thing is, I like Unity. I like Epic Games. I like those engines, but the Unity engine's really good for, I just really wish it was structured so much differently instead of just a like extraction of money, because they actually have some pretty good stuff. I think the developers that build Unity deserve to have a better company and structure, because I think they really do strive to make a really good engine.
Yeah.
And every year, like, they have a really good pipeline. The pipeline to make an engine with that, I was looking at it again recently because it's been a few years. For an indie developer, for like 1 or 2 developers to be able to create and distribute a game is a really hard thing for just a couple of people.
Yeah.
And they have that solved for the most part.
I mean, I have no qualms with like the Unity engine proper, but like it's all the surrounding shit that the company itself, it's just, it's so
and this
bad.
is the problem of going on the stock market. A big part of it is you have it's not horrible to have stakeholders, but you should include your stakeholders. And this is kind of where I do think we're going to be seeing more. Like I think this next year or two, bar anything politically, being able to block it, because that'd be crazy if the administration blocked it. But having more power put into these game developers, because they're just getting screwed over right now. Having more unions, I think this is going to be the year of unions.
Me too.
Which would help, I think, unshitify some of this.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, there's like really 3 things that are problematic right now, and one of them is like the companies have a fiduciary duty to their shareholders and not to the long-term viability of the company itself. That is like one of the biggest problems. But there's also companies are laying off thousands and thousands of employees, replacing them with AI,
They're not. They're usually offshore to other countries, oftentimes.
Right.
But
yeah. And then what was the other thing? And labor, like labor unions don't exist in the United States, essentially, like not in any way.
We used to have a strong labor union, and we still kind of do in some of the older markets, but we don't in the newer ones, because and we kind of got away with it just as a little bit of so people understand, like in the tech industry, they paid so well and offered so many incentives, they kept the employees happy, which is kind of how you're supposed to do it. And we're getting into the point where companies are like, we need to milk more, and what's left to milk? And that is the employees' benefits. And so they're just screwing them over. And so they're gonna see that labor unions are coming, unions are coming back. Like they are 100% coming back, unless the government blocks it. And they're not, like, we have fairly okay protections, but they don't. You have to have a government that well, yeah, you have to have a government that actually follows through. And if someone tries to union bust, because we have laws that you can't do that, you've got to prosecute them. We don't have them doing that. There's been plenty of companies that didn't get prosecuted for union busting. So, I mean, Joe Biden, it's just multiple administrations that are just not great at it.
Well, Joe Biden was objectively the best administration in our lifetimes for labor and for many other antitrust like
in our lifetime. I agree with that, but it's still, in my opinion, it's not great. But he is actually pretty labor friendly.
Well, I mean, the thing with Biden was like, I mean, from the time of like Jimmy Carter up to Joe Biden, there was like continuous, persistent erosion of antitrust, anti-union, antitrust regulation and union regulation. Like it was just being undermined consistently. Biden was the first one to reverse that trend in any meaningful way, and he did a great job of it too. So,
maybe I'm too hard. It's just,
I mean, I think Joe Biden's the best president in the modern American history, like honestly, but that's just me.
I won't
apologize for being woke as fuck on that point.
He's a fairly centrist one, which is sad because he has some really good, like he did some really good stuff. He stabilized the economy after it was going down the toilet. I don't think people understand that it stabilized. Now we're kind of going back down again.
Lena Khan also was an amazing regulator, and we need more Lena Khan.
There you go.
Well, unfortunately, it seems like things are just going to get worse before it gets better.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because this train right here ain't stopping. Like, Google's going to keep pushing this bullshit.
Yeah, the metaphorical genie has been released out of the bottle now.
So, I'll say right now, Google doesn't have a track record of not canceling, so it'll probably get canceled right before it becomes viable. But I'd be more worried if it was a different company. But I don't even think anyone really wants a like you'd have to do a masterpiece of masterpieces to have a game that someone could make with this that would sell well. I think what this will do is drive generative MMOs, kind of like there's a couple of books on this. There's, like where you get into VRs and there's can be portions of it built out and new stuff.
That was gross.
High tech, dude. You got
damn. It's essentially, I think it's going to be like a new style of world building and playing MMOs. So I think that's where it's going to be strong, but it will eat into profits.
That looks like garbage. Of course, they would use a Shiba Inu.
It doesn't look that bad. Man. It's just you get to look at an asshole the whole time, though. But yeah,
I was going to say. So, okay, here's the question: can you fully turn around and see that fence you just jumped over? I doubt it.
I think it is. I think it generates the whole world.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know.
It's supposed to, but
it generates a whole world. Like an AI can kind of generate worlds and stuff like that. It's just not great at it.
Well,
so this is not like a video. This is not it's not a video they're making. It's a world that they're making.
Wait, so some people already have access to this.
Yeah.
Are we able to try it on stream?
I don't have access.
Oh.
Get back to me when I can riz up some horror guys.
So this is this is a promotional video here, and I don't think I have sound here.
They really nailed that AI generated art style.
Yeah. Well, no. So my understanding is that this is like everything you're seeing is AI generated. Like it's not like it's generating a world and then rasterizing it. Like,
yeah. The assets, the world, everything is generated
on the fly, right? It's not creating like 3D models, like
so like that's
wow. This looks like ass,
guys. It doesn't look that bad. It doesn't look fun yet, but it doesn't. This is huge. We've been talking about this since we started the podcast. These are pretty big leaps. Not saying that it's viable yet, and I don't know when it will be viable. It is a pretty big leap.
Be any character. Huh.
Can I be someone that's successful and makes money?
No.
I can't do that in real life now. There's no jobs, so this took our jobs.
It took our jobs.
South Park, man. That's such a relevant one, but now it's like, no, it's AI that took your job.
Oh, he just took a picture and that's how they've been making like Dark Souls carbon copies.
I hate to say it, it's impressive. It doesn't look fun though.
Yeah,
it looks cool. It looks impressive. It doesn't look fun quite. Well, okay, you know what? I could be a cat. That might be kind of fun.
Okay, listen, I'm not a fan of like handmade walking simulators. I don't really think I'm going to be a big fan of AI generated walking simulators either.
Yeah, but I want to be an asshole cat so bad that could just lay around all day.
Dude.
Just enjoy life. Mexico changed me. Laying out on the beach, just not doing anything. So yeah, so this is all generated. So if you look behind it, you're saying, Gardiner, that it doesn't exist. I thought it was generating the whole world. I thought it was generating the whole world, and then you could play through it. But
I mean that's what the idea is supposed to be. But yeah, we haven't.
That's the only way it would work. That's the only way it would work. If they're not doing that yet, then they're very far away from any type of game.
Prompt with images or text to create a living, expanding world. Build your character and environment. Choose how to explore your world, from walking to flying.
How do we get access to this? I know it's taboo to do anything AI, but I do want to see I want to see how it actually functions outside of some curated Google examples.
How many penguins are acceptable to die for this for you, high tech? Like how many? Like it's like for every 10 minutes a penguin dies from the ice being melted. Is that acceptable?
No,
I'm a mass murderer of penguins.
But they'll die regardless of whether or not I do it.
That's true. No, that's true. I play around with a lot of AI. I haven't looked into this because honestly, I just I'd try to make my game in it, and it wouldn't be what I want. So
Google AI Ultra.
Yeah, this is
how much does that cost?
Like, I think it's expensive.
Yeah,
it's $149 a month right now for 3 months.
A month?
That acts as spot on. I spend more than that on AI tools.
$24 a month. Come on, guys. Then after 3 months, it's $249 a month. But
yeah, no, I mean, if it makes you money though, it's priceless. I think I'm gonna start like a YouTube channel on a grift on this. I make $1 million a year making AI games.
Is the video going to be generated too?
Is the what?
What?
Is the video going to be AI generated too?
No, well, okay. You don't have to spill the secret sauce on grifting, but okay.
True. All right. Well,
yeah. Well, you know what? You know who's not going to allow this bullshit to happen? Valve. At least not on Steam for the time being. But they are being sued by UK regulators, apparently. Or is it regulators, or is it
it's a class action lawsuit?
It's a class action lawsuit being held by some law firm that supposedly represents UK gamers.
Yeah. Which just means that they saw an opportunity and they got just enough people that buy games to get in on this, but we'll see.
Yeah.
So
yeah, go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, so they're suing for 656 million Great British pounds, or
Great British,
about $897.7 million, so almost $1 billion.
It's definitely, they're gonna, like, if anything happens from this, it's gonna settle for drastically less. That seems ridiculous. And on top of it, wait, is this for developers too? Because this doesn't affect the common gamer. Like, maybe I'm not understanding.
Representing the common gamer. If this company were to win as they were, they would each gamer would get like 22 to 44 pounds, which is not enough to buy a AAA game. Still,
I would be a little shocked if this actually won. I don't think this is going to win. I just don't think they have. Like, if they were coming from the developer side, maybe, but like, the consumer doesn't get affected by the 30% cut. In fact, if anything, Valve can show their value here, because there is a lot of value to that. I don't like the 30% cut, but I still get, like, there's value there, and there's a reason why Steam is the top platform for a reason.
So there's three major, and so as you know, Tim Sweeney tweeted about this.
He does not like this.
He is fully behind this lawsuit. So he claims that Valve only uses like maybe 2 or 3% on infrastructure, whereas the rest of it is just pure profit. But anyways, here are the three main accusations. First is that the 30% is excessive, and it's a quote unfair charge that gets passed on to you, the consumer. The second one is that Valve enforces a most favored nation clause, meaning if you sell a game on Steam, you can't sell it anywhere else for cheaper. Which
I don't know if that's they usually
I know that applies to Steam keys.
They standardize it.
Yeah. But like
in the Steam store, they standardize it.
Yeah, but like if you're selling on like the Epic Games Store, you could, in theory, sell it for a lower price. Most developers just don't.
That's my understanding. Is like, if you're selling a Steam key, you have, like, outside of Steam, you have to charge the same price as on Steam. But otherwise, they don't have a clause like that.
Okay.
And of course,
I will have to say I don't agree with Valve doing that. That's an Amazon tactic. Those types of tactics are usually not great.
So if you're selling a Steam key, Valve doesn't get a cut.
Oh, Steam key, yeah. Okay, yeah.
So like, that only applies to
I could set
that
up
makes
like
sense. Sorry, I thought of it differently.
No, I agree with you, James. Like, if Valve were to say, if you sell a game on Steam, point blank, no matter what, you have to have it be the same price across all platforms. That's wrong. That's unethical.
That's wrong. But they don't do that, right?
My understanding is they don't do that.
I don't think so. That's why I was a little shocked. But yeah, the CD keys, because they do have an infrastructure. There's a whole reason why.
Yeah, and if you sell a Steam key outside of Steam, Valve doesn't get a cut at all, right? So I mean, whatever, dude. I'm not gonna defend them because like they do some like stupid, shitty practices, but like this is if you're gonna criticize Valve, you do it for like real reasons and not this.
And there's one more. There's one more thing, anti-competitive action that they claim Valve does, which is they force all DLC purchases and microtransaction purchases to go through Valve. They don't offer a way to pay for that stuff outside of Steam, or at least that's the idea.
I don't think that's true. I think if you use the Steam APIs to handle DLCs and stuff like that, I think they do require it. I think if it's outside of it, I don't think they require.
Well,
because I've
no, I think this is something Valve does though, because years ago this was why EA made Origin to begin with, because they couldn't sell like Sims DLCs outside of Steam to use in their Steam copies of The Sims 3, I think it was.
DLCs, right?
Right.
Well, so I'm thinking microtransactions more than anything. DLCs you should be using the Steam API for, but microtransactions is. I'm trying to think because I swear I've bought stuff without touching Steam for microtransactions. That is,
we'd have to look into that. If that's the case, then that shouldn't be like.
Yeah, like.
But also, there is something to be said for like, not including like, potentially dangerous or like shady payment processors and shit. But I mean, that's
still on the company. It shouldn't reflect Valve. No, here's my like flat out. This is my thing. If you're using the API in their infrastructure, then you need to play by their rules, whatever they are. That's how it is. If you want to go outside of it, I think Valve needs to start allowing that too. But like it does hit like DLCs outside of the system, you're just not going to get as many sales. You're going to lose those sales because it's really hard to just as a like when you buy a game, when you buy it, it'll also say, hey, there's a bunch of DLCs you can buy with it. You know about it. If you try to hide those in the game itself, especially for me, I don't buy them as often because I just don't know how it works. And I could go probably pretty deep into this without and still be confusing, but I just.
So there was a developer. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. It's just I do think they need to drop it to 20%. And I do think that they need to be a little bit more clear on microtransactions and DLCs. But beyond that, it's the only thing I'd want to see from Valve. But
well, from what I understand, so there was a developer that had a link to their Ko-fi page, which for like donations and stuff. And of course, I believe they were prompted by Valve to remove that, which was hidden in a menu in the game itself. Like
I've played multiple games. I feel like they have the Ko-fi.
I mean, I don't know.
Buy me a coffee.
I mean, apparently they were pointed out by it was explicitly pointed out by Valve.
That's interesting,
or some shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I mean,
once again, these are all like I try to remember because it's been a while.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a confusing situation.
It doesn't mean that they don't even have the resources to like with how many games that are sold on their platform. It's not like they have the resources that you'd have to probably be a pretty prominent game to be reported for something like that.
I don't know. I don't know. Truth be told, it was some indie dev. So
yeah, maybe it was the one I was thinking of, which is the cabin one. I think the cabin one has like a coffee donation.
I don't know, man. It's a crazy situation. So Valve's main defense against this is that this entire lawsuit fails to take into account Steam keys, which developers can generate. Correct me if I'm wrong. They can generate the keys for free.
Yeah.
And if you were to sell them, like on your own website, which you can do, by the way, right?
Yep.
You can do that, and you get all the profit. You get your 30% on top of your like 70%, right?
See,
you get 100% of it, right?
And I'm also not okay with that. I think if you're going to use their platform and their APIs and everything like that, there should be some type of cut. But that's a hard one to control, though, too.
Well, I think Valve, they do the Steam keys for free as a means of like avoiding antitrust and kind of this kind of legislation, right? Like,
yeah, but they should limit it to like 1,000 because oftentimes it's for. Well, I thought it was mostly because then they can do giveaways. They can give it to.
Dude, I can go into Steam right now and I can say, give me 100,000 Steam keys, and they are very likely to do it. My game hasn't sold that much, so they might not. But I asked for like 5,000 Steam keys, and they're like, "Yep, no problem." And they generated 5,000 Steam keys, and I could take them. I have some on Humble. I have some on Itch. I can sell them on my own website. They don't get a cut of that at all. And if I'm selling them on other platforms, they take a cut. Valve doesn't.
But you have to sell it for the same amount, right?
For Steam keys, yes, I believe that is. Yeah.
So
Yeah. So I mean, I still get hung up on this because I guess it's weird for me because I'm on the. I do think Valve deserves a cut no matter what if you're going to be using their services, because they do cost money. But at the same time, I do think 30% is too much. Well, so I would like to balance it out, I guess, a different way.
Well, the thing is, Valve has you on their platforms. If I were to buy Doodlings from Gardiner, I would still end up on Steam, which then gets my eyes on any of the other stuff that they sell there too.
Yeah, but then they have to. Then they'll start. It leads to predatory things oftentimes to do that route, but.
I mean, it hasn't done it for Valve. Steam keys are a loss leader, and I think that's how they look at it.
I mean, that's probably what they factored into the 30%.
I mean, yeah, I do agree 30% is excessive for small developers. I think
it's super excessive.
I think the whole system is backwards, truth be told. Like how if you sell more than like 1 million copies or something like that, you actually get your rates reduced. Like that's made the benefit. I think that's totally backwards.
You're absolutely right, High Tech. That if there's something to criticize here, it's the way Valve has structured their payments, where the companies that are worth more get the highest discount. That's insane, right? Like it should be structured the other way, where it's like 5% for developers like me who've published a game and only sold a couple thousand copies. Valve should only take 5%, where it's not a huge strain on their bandwidth or their infrastructure in any way.
Yeah,
it's like, what the hell? Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. Here's my proposal. If I think I was talking to the other day, this is how I'd sell it. Find a nice number for indies, like 10,000. The first 10,000 copies sold is not charged at all. Or they could generate it. They could give it away. But the first 10,000 keys generated either through whatever means is no fee. So if you sell it on Steam, you also don't have to, because then I've seen so many, even in the UK, where actually the UK has been a couple of developers where they're like, I went even. I was, and I think they needed a good tax accountant, because I think they got double taxed, but they literally got, after tax and everything like that, after like 100,000, they just walked away with nothing. So they got screwed making a game. I'm trying to, I look at it from more, I want to protect the indie developers. The big developers are going to make theirs. You could do a 50% cut, and Ubisoft is going to make their money if they just make a good game. But it's kind of helping out the little guys to get to that point.
Yeah. I mean, at this point though, like, I don't know. Will we even have a games industry in a year?
I think so. It's just not going to be. It's going to be it's going to be a lot of indies and a lot of AI. We really could see Ubisoft closing in the next year or two, being. What will probably guaranteed what's going to happen is that they're going to get ripped apart by Saudi Arabia companies, probably investment firms.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, we talked about GDC attendance this year is lower than it's ever been, or it's predicted to be lower than it's ever been. But also, like last year, according to a GDC study, U.S. game developers laid off, was it half? How much was it? 1/3?
1/3 of all games industry workers were laid off in the last 2 years. That is 30. That is, that is. I'm going to say this right now because you swore already, Gardner. That is the most fucked up psyche that mind break that you can have as a worker. Just imagine that you're like, well, if I go into the game industries, there's a good chance I won't have a job in 2 years. Like 33% is a huge. If we take into account, I bet you, if you took a 5-year period, I bet you 50%, at least 50% of those game people have been laid off, and a lot of them probably find them quick, like a new gig quickly. But that is very damaging to the psyche. As someone who's been laid off before, it's shocking. Yeah, it's shocking how much it affects you. Until it happens to you, it is very not conducive to making a good game too. I think that's another reason why games just aren't good anymore.
Yeah.
Not to mention, I mean, it's just this huge brain drain. Like, truth be told, if you're just looking to make a living, the games industry is not the place to go. Truth be told, you're better off working for like a bank or something, a software developer as a bank. I bet you they won't lay you off for, because
they're actually pretty good.
Yeah, like they probably won't lay you off for like well, I'm not saying they won't lay you off, but like
the tech industry is getting really bad with layoffs though. Like it's pretty much just, it's getting really bad. If you haven't noticed, we're just fucked.
Yeah, and plus, if you work at a bank, you probably won't have to deal with a bunch of gamers and shit too. Like, let's also talk about that too. That's also a major benefit because let's be honest, dealing with gamers on the internet is not great.
Gamers are very toxic sometimes. They don't understand, in my opinion, like how toxic they can be, and I can include myself in that at times in my life.
Yeah, this is fascinating. So the study found 1/3 of U.S. developers were laid off. But that study, the study also found that 28% of global game developers were laid off. When you're looking at it from the global
interesting,
perspective. That's still insanely high.
That is, especially with unions becoming a thing. Yeah, I don't think the game industry is strong with unions yet in Europe, but they still have them a lot more than here. Well, I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you.
There was a whole lawsuit in the UK regarding all those Take-Two employees that got fired because they claimed they were leaking GTA stuff, but in actuality they were talking about making a union there. It's insane what the games industry will do.
No, it is insane what a company will do to union bust.
Yeah,
that if you want, okay, I will say this: like, it does suck to get power ripped out of you, and you want to have good directions of your company. All a union really does is that you have to work with the workers to make sure the direction works for both stockholders, stakeholders. Stakeholders should include the people that work there too. So that's all it does, is to make sure everyone's is happy. That's all it really does. It can eat a little bit more funds off of it, but you can tell when a company is power tripping so hard is if they really try to union bust, and it is crazy how often it happens.
I used to work for Home Depot a long time ago, like almost 15 years ago, right? And I had to sit through like when I first got hired, I had to sit through a class, like a video presentation about why I don't want to join a union, right? And it wasn't like it was like you don't want to join a union. Here's why. And it was like this 30-minute long video I had to sit through and then pass a test about it. And then I had to drive I used to live in this town called Rockland. I had to drive to a town called Portland to like go to a regional thing and sit through a 2-hour seminar about why I didn't want to join a union.
And that costs money. Yeah. That costs money. Like I think with all the money that they spend on union busting, it pretty much would be what would cost them to have a union.
Yes. It's insane.
All to have power and control is crazy. And now they're all, I'm not going to say it, but not every single CEO, but they're all like showing that they really like their power for doing Epstein stuff, like we talked about in the bonus episode.
Not all CEOs, but always a CEO.
I mean, damn.
Love that, dude.
Now, I will say though, I have to ask the hard question. Are we heading for a second great video game crash? Are we gonna, instead of burying 1 million copies of like E.T. for the Atari, we're gonna have to like bury 1 billion copies of like Highguard?
That was awesome, I think.
Yes. So Highguard released, Geoff Keighley approved. Where are my Highguardians at? In the comments down below. Have you guys actually played Highguard? I haven't. I've been playing a different FPS, as if you guys recall. Better than Highguard, probably.
I said when we watched the video, I'm like, this is interesting. It is not selling me. I walked away like, I have so many other things I'd rather play it. And so
I do find it kind of disingenuous that gamers just want it to be Concord 2, but it's not going to be Concord 2 for a number of reasons. First and foremost, Highguard had more concurrent players than Concord did on Steam.
That's brutal.
It is brutal. And second off, Concord was a game literally funded and developed by Sony, whereas this seems to be a more what's the word? A more independent affair.
It's more indie led.
Yeah, it's more in. Yeah, I mean, it's still not really grabbing me, to be honest. But I've also heard the gameplay like feels better. It's just technically competent. It's just not exciting.
It doesn't look like a bad game. It's just like, and I can only say it from my side. It doesn't interest me when they had like, I don't want to ride a horse with a gun. It just doesn't excite me compared to some other stuff I've seen. I'm shocked it didn't do like, oh, well, I don't know. It's one of those things where I wonder if part of the failure is because just sentiment turned really quick from some people of saying, well, it looks like the next Concord. Part of me thinks it could be a successful game. I think honestly, Jeff Keighley fucked it by having it at the end. He shouldn't have been in the Game Awards.
No, I agree.
Like it full on got screwed over.
Yeah, I look at it and I'm like, I don't see anything original or interesting about this. Like nothing here like speaks to me on any level. And granted, I'm not like a big fantasy guy, but like this is science fantasy, right?
This
like,
is sci-fi fantasy, yeah.
And it's like there's nothing about there's nothing to it. Like, and have you guys seen Video Game Donkeys like video about this?
Mm-hmm.
No, I haven't actually.
It's pretty funny. I mean, he's just like, he's Video Game Donkey has his finger on the pulse of gamers, I think, and he is just expertly able to kind of distill the problems with games down to like a single like very memeable phrase. And I don't remember what his phrase was, but he's like, I'm a Highguard or something like that. And it's just like, what does that fucking mean? Like there's nothing to it.
Oh my God, I'm a High Guardian. Yeah, where are my High Guardians at, man? We have to go to Geoff Keighley's promised land.
Oh gosh, is that the nude?
Okay. Here's the thing. Geoff Keighley was the only one marketing this game, so it stands to reason. There were a lot of accusations about him being paid by the developers. I think Geoff Keighley's involvement in this whole thing, like you said earlier, James, it really screwed the pooch for these.
I think Miss Piggy didn't like it, and so she told Jeff to bomb it at the end. So because I think the developers said they were shocked that it was shown at the end, by the way.
Yeah.
And I think they said they didn't. Yeah.
So like, this is not like, a Steve Jobs, and one more thing moment. This is like middle of the show, putting like an ad or something in the middle of the show, or like a world premiere,
World premiere.
Right. So one more thing too. Apparently, you can't use the sword to like fight people.
What?
It's only used for like objective, like base stuff.
It's
stupid. Why would they give me a sword if I can't slash people with it? You know what?
It's like based off of what's his face from Thor that does the Rainbow Road or whatever thing.
Yeah, but like he uses it once to kill people.
He does use it, but that's like where they got the idea. It's like, it's a key. We're going to use it as a key.
Yeah, they could give me the option to kill at least one guy. It might not be practical when everyone else has a gun, but like I should be allowed to pull out my sword and like kill a dude.
Literally, you're riding that horse and you can't like that and slice people's heads off. That's not cool.
You know what?
There's no real. The only reason is a mechanism to get you into battle faster. That's the only way it looks.
Well, that's not even really an original idea. You know what other FPS hero shooter had mounts and stuff? Paladins. You literally get a horse. Look at that sword that you can't use to kill people.
So, okay, guys, I think I have this. Like, I actually think this would be a successful game if it was not a hero shooter. Flat out. I think we're oversaturated with hero shooters. I think we're oversaturated with online. I think there's so many companies trying to get this, and that is really hard because the attentions, like once people get into something, they don't want to switch too often. So we are very heavily saturated in the hero shooter. I think if this was a single player game that had more campaigns, I would probably play it. I actually like the styling on some of the characters. Some of it reminds me a little bit of like a little bit more like maybe a mix between StarCraft and Warcraft. I like that, but I'm not playing a hero shooter to play this type of game.
Dude, do you know what game lets me use a sword out of action?
I was going to say, like, out of action looks like the kind of game I want to play, right? Where they're taking risks by going back and like taking cues from like boomer shooters and on like arena shooters and shit from when I was.
It's unique.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah.
Unique for the time. Yeah. Oh, I mean, even you're right. Like it is unique because it has swords and stuff, which you didn't have in original arena shooters. Like I don't know.
I think this has some unique aspects to it. I just think it's the wrong genre. No, yeah. 100%. I still wouldn't mind playing it as a first person, but like I think what turns me off the most is that I don't want to play a hero shooter right now. If I'm going to play one, it's going to be Overwatch, and I don't even play that because I'm burnt out of it.
But dude, like this game is basically named Overwatch.
It's like it's kind of like a mix of a bunch of them. Honestly, like I can see a couple of
and Guard is.
Yeah, I know. You're right.
Look at that.
We talked about that too.
On his back and not using it to like do things. If it were a sci-fi shooter, you could make it like a fantasy sci-fi shooter. They could make a sword that like shoots out waves of like energy. That would be kind of sick.
Yeah. Who developed this game?
A new studio.
Okay.
It's made by some guys that
I don't think they're going to be worth. They're not going to be worth remembering.
Who published it?
Which is sad.
Epic Boss defends Geoff Keighley. Man, who cares, Tim Sweeney? You don't have a stake in Highguard. In fact, you're probably just going to rip it off.
He might. I think it's built by the Unreal Engine. He might have. They actually do a lot of grants for games kind of like this, so it could have gotten a grant.
Oh wait, no, it wasn't. I'm sorry, it wasn't Tim Sweeney. My bad. It was Mark Rain. VP and co-founder of Fortnite, and but he's also pretty high up there.
You know, I'm looking at the Steam page. It's published by Wildlight, but you know what? No Steam Deck support. So if I had any interest, it disappeared with that. But you know what might support the Steam Deck soon?
GOG Galaxy. Ah, yes. GOG Galaxy.
I will say, I covered this news on my website, and this was one of the biggest news stories that I've ever covered. Like, there's so much interest in this. So,
really?
High Tech, tell us about this.
So, it's a job listing citing Linux as the next frontier of gaming. There's a number of things. They mention Linux-specific requirements, the need to rely on it's probably likely going to need to rely on Wine or Proton. I don't know if they're going to use just Valve's Proton as it is, or if they're going to like make their own fork of it.
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing about Proton is that it is completely open source, and they can have a fork and pull in upstream and contribute upstream. Like this is huge. This is huge.
Yes, the job comes with a number. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So is GOG Galaxy built with C++ then?
I believe so.
It is.
That's crazy. That's crazy inefficient. But you don't
crazy inefficient or crazy and efficient.
It's crazy inefficient from a developer standpoint. You should build high, like, I don't know. I think C# would have been fine. I don't need to get into the nitty gritty on this, but it's because it's C++. Depending on what UI layer they went with, they shouldn't do any type of translation layer. They should just go through and make sure it is Linux compatible and it bundles with the proper libraries.
Oh, we're talking about like having games actually run
on it. Okay,
because I believe they're porting. They don't explicitly say it, but I believe they're porting GOG Galaxy to run natively on Linux. But
that's what I thought we were talking about. They're going to have to
incorporate Proton to play Windows-only titles.
Yeah, I mean, kind of like what Steam does now.
Yeah.
Okay,
you can run GOG Galaxy through Proton right now. anyway.
Yeah, and I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't think that's the right way to do it, obviously. And so they need to make sure it builds natively into Linux, and then I mean, running. Here's the thing: I have actually done some work with running Proton and some of the stuff through the libraries, and it's not too bad. So I think they'll be able to get it done in a few months. If they really wanted to.
So the job also comes with a number of different benefits too. For example, you get paid around 5,700 around 5,000 to 7,000 USD monthly, which ends up being like 60,000 or 84,000 yearly. Not that big in the US, but I'm assuming they're looking for someone closer to, where are they based in? Poland, I think.
I believe so.
Yes. So I mean, that sounds like a lot of money in Poland, to be honest. On top of that, you get unlimited access to every GOG game as well.
That's nice.
That is nice. Yeah, so if you're interested in working for GOG and you want free games,
I do have some experience implementing Proton wine stuff, but not enough. And I definitely not in C++. I was doing it with.
If they were smart, I feel like they would hire Linguin and the guys behind Hero Games Launcher too. Or some of those people. I don't know if
actually
wants to go over it.
Well, and that's the thing. I've used their type of system before too. That it's C++. Like doing it in C++ would be a little different for them because they use JavaScript.
I feel
and
like
Rust maybe.
I feel like they're using like a Chrome based front end in Galaxy, which is what Valve does too with Steam. I could be wrong about that.
It does, but it interfaces with back like Node, I believe. At least in Heroic, it is the whole stack is JavaScript. It has a Chromium front end, and then it uses Node for any interactions that has to do with the system. And so like C++ and Node are drastically different. Now you can write C++ modules and libraries and stuff that interface with Node, but I'm not going to get any nerdier with this, but it wouldn't be a good matchup. That's why I'm saying, like, I could probably do this, but it wouldn't be a good matchup even for me because I have not written C++ in a long time.
But you do have the use of AI tools in your development workflow.
James, this might be your opportunity.
Honestly,
you could probably save a few $1,000 on games. Unless you want
it's not the interesting part. The interesting part would actually be doing it. It'd be fun. And I would use AI. Like I can read C++. I just hate writing it. And so I could do it, but
what else do they offer?
They wouldn't hire me.
So they offer salary. Yeah, you can work like hybridly. You get benefits. You get what's menstrual leave? Is that what I think it is?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I mean, it wouldn't
paid menstrual leave. Wow, that's interesting.
We don't get that in the US, do we?
No, I don't think I've ever heard of a company in the US.
Europe will sometimes. I've seen these becoming more and more of a thing. It might be even country based. But yeah, some people have really bad menstrual periods, and so
you get access to their gym too, 24/7 access to their gym. Actually,
yeah, I mean this is neat. I think for the most part, like this is awesome, and if you have the weight of GOG behind Proton, as well as the teams at Heroic and Valve and everyone doing like their own spins of Proton because it's open source, like that is a great thing for the games industry, especially for PC gaming and also for game preservation, right? Because Proton is one of the best ways to play old games. If you want to try and play an old game on Windows 11, good luck. You're going to be luck.
Windows is shitting the bed, and Linux is going to be the future. Like, if you want to play anything from the past, it's going to be Linux in the near future.
I've seen a bunch of people like take a really cynical position on this and be like, "We don't need it. We have Heroic." But it's like, guys, you don't understand that they will probably include Proton here, right? They will definitely be modifying it for their games, right? And those improvements will go upstream and everyone will benefit, right? This is huge. People don't get it. I don't know.
I'll say this too. It's not the show heroic, but and I'll say this too. It's not the heroic, but and I'm sure they've hopefully refactored. But like, I dug deeply through that code 2 years ago for my project, and it is very much spaghetti code. So hopefully they fixed it since then. But it's not. There's a reason why they had some bugs years ago. So I'm sure it's improved a lot more. But having like the company that builds, and once again, Heroic's going to get better. Like I like Heroic. I use it. But having the launchers, like where you buy the games actually support this, is a big deal.
Yes.
And it only helps, I think.
Yes.
And maybe it will push Epic Games to maybe start even having to think about it slightly, but who knows?
Now, if GOG were smart, they would make it a flat pack too. Wait, would they be able to do it while it's a flat pack? I don't think Steam really functions that well as a flat pack, right?
Steam has a flat pack. Flat packs are weird. They add some overhead, and with I'm not like an expert on flat packs, but I do know that like they should be able to do this. I mean, it would probably require a bunch of extra permissions, but yeah, I think they would be able to do
There's a lot of tools for building software that they could probably leverage, so they could probably build it for anything they want, depending on how the build tool works and what some of their library dependencies are also kind of weird. Build it, because like Arch, like the SteamOS Arch flavor doesn't have every library you need for some like even when I was building some stuff, I was missing some libraries, so I had to make sure they were bundled in. It was really annoying.
Yeah,
well, at least during development.
Yeah,
I do quite like GOG. I know I haven't spent. You know what's really funny though? I haven't spent any money on GOG, and I still have over like 200 games somehow. I don't know how that's happened.
Amazon
Oh, that's
Prime,
true.
probably.
I should check. Yeah. I should check Twitch Prime to see if they have any games right now.
Yeah, but you know. Who's going to see some restrictions is Steam and Epic in Turkey.
Well, not just Steam and Epic, but those were part of the headliners.
Yeah. But, I mean, everybody, right? Like,
yes. So basically, anyone that sells digital games is going to be affected. And so essentially what's happening is Turkey is implementing a new regulation. The BTK, as they call it, requires all games sold to Turkish users to carry age ratings from recognized boards, like PEGI or the ESRB, for example. Games without age ratings would be prohibited for sale to a Turkish IP. And also, these games would need to require consideration of, quote, local sensitivity. Truth be told, I don't really know much about Turkey culturally speaking, so I don't really know what those local sensitivities would be.
Yeah,
but Turkey is not really that big of a consumer base. It would probably be if this goes through, this would probably be much easier for like everyone to pull out of Turkey, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, you got to have leverage. If you're going to do some threats, where's your leverage? Usually you want to get other people involved and work with other countries. I don't know how good Turkey is with that, but like some of the other companies or countries are pretty good at it to work with multiple countries to threaten stuff.
I mean,
I know my game has not been rated by the ESRB or anything. So
wow, your game is practically an adult game, Gardiner.
Yeah. Unrated. Get Doodlings unrated.
Doodlings unrated.
Gardiner, the adult game developer.
Gardiner.
Doodlings After Dark. Yeah. Red Light District.
Jeez.
Doodlings Uncensored.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be kind of funny. Just like as a joke, release a version of it. It's just the same. Like, I didn't do any censoring. Yeah, I don't like the private industry or the private rating systems. I actually wish we had a little bit better global one, but
yeah,
it's not even just that too. It's also the fact that on top of that, you have to take into account local sensitivities as well. And
no, I agree. Like that's why if we were doing a global rating system, you could throw in like 4 or 5 different levels, and they could decide what levels are allowed in their country. But I get it, because it's already like the SRB. Like, we've talked about this multiple times, where there's some games that has gambling that get away with it, and then others that don't. That just get, and they're not even really gambling games. The other one has more gambling in it than the gambling themed one. So it's all a little kind of messed up.
Speaking of gambling,
let's go gambling.
Data centers are now buying up all the memory to bet on AI. What do we think about this, guys?
This might be a little outdated, because this was meant for last week's episode. Got canceled, of course. But I mean, it's still true. Apparently, Nvidia is pulling out of OpenAI because they don't. Because it turns out Google's actually doing a better job of the AI.
Wait, so you're telling me that OpenAI invested $1 billion, 10 billion, whatever into? I mean, Nvidia invested $10 billion into OpenAI, and then they got their money back from OpenAI, and now they're done with them.
I mean, that's what it sounds like to me. Truth be told, I'm not fully up on the details, but
I can say right now, I don't know if I like the disabling of the AI market. If AI, so if OpenAI gets pulled out and just dies, which I think is a little, you can say what you want, but I think OpenAI is slightly more ethical than Google at this point. And Google just dominates. That's not great.
No. But I don't know if I would make that distinction that OpenAI is more ethical than Google. I think they're probably quite like on par with each other.
I'm taking into all aspects of Google. I don't want.
Okay.
There's a whole lot of reasons, because it's just they have so many products. Who knows what they'll use this in? They're going to inject this into everything.
I just posted it in the Discord, our Discord chat.
Yeah,
we should probably use that more often so that people see us interacting in the Discord, so that they're more inclined to invite people to the Discord and join it. But that's okay. But look at that.
Nvidia CEO denies he's unhappy with OpenAI. Says huge investment plan at $1 trillion dinner.
Wow, I want to go to a $1 trillion dinner.
That's crazy.
I bet you they'd have like a wagyu fountain or caviar fountain.
There's nothing. There's like, once you get past a certain luxury of food, it doesn't matter. It's all this fucking insane. So stupid. What a dystopian headline that is,
dude. I'm
sorry.
Oh, that reminds me. In Japan, they had like wagyu skewers for like $13 for a skewer A5 from Kobe. Now, I can't confirm if it was like from Kobe or like Miyazaki or like some other district. I know Kobe is supposed to be the best. So good that they named a basketball player after it. But no, that's actually apparently why his dad named him Kobe Bryant. But it was pretty good. $13. I mean, it is expensive for like a meat like skewer. But like Wagyu is pretty good. I'd buy more Wagyu if it were like priced like that in America.
I feel like it's a little overblown, but yeah, it's good.
I don't think I've tried it. So here's my take on this. I mean, Jensen has to say that he has this huge investment planned because OpenAI is his like latest infinite money glitch. And if he like abandons OpenAI, then his stock price will tank and take down the global fucking economy. So like, I mean, this is just like lip service because he has to. I mean, if you read this, like he's reported as like saying that they're where did it say that? He's reported as saying like privately expressing a disappointment with the lack of discipline at OpenAI. He says he's unhappy with OpenAI. No, where did I see that? Discipline. Huang has also privately criticized what has been described as a lack of discipline on OpenAI's business approach and expressed concerns about the competition it faces from the likes of Alphabet, Google, and Anthropic.
I'm surprised Nvidia didn't just buy OpenAI straight up.
Yeah.
But I guess that'd be putting their name out there instead of just being the guys that sell the shovels.
Right.
I'm surprised. I think Apple wanted to buy OpenAI because they have it integrated into their systems partially.
Well, aren't
and they have investments
AI?
into it too. Apple, yeah, I think they've now negotiated to use some of Google's, but they use ChatGPT's built into the AI system technically.
Well, I know we clown a lot on Jensen Huang, especially when he says stuff like $1 trillion dinner, but we can't deny he has pretty good taste in food, especially with Korean fried chicken. And we should be glad that there's no evidence to suggest that he's on in a certain file, million files that released either. So
yet, no.
Yeah, check out the Patreon version for that. It's too spicy for YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a lot else to say about this. Nvidia sucks. I want
to see some more competition though, like between the three. I want more competition out there. If we're gonna have AI, I want more competition.
The only way you can get more competition is through regulation and
through individualistic means of like democratizing, like we talked about a year ago. I'd also like
China
to see
will save us.
Yeah, right.
But hey,
I mean, maybe.
Well, let's go back to the RAM. 70% of memory chips. Data centers use 70% of all of this stuff. I think it's still relevant, even though this was like a few weeks old at this point. But man, I managed to get a decent price on RAM. It's a little bit more expensive, but maybe like $50 more expensive than what it should have been at its lowest. But hard drives are like blowing up in price now. You can't find a decent hard drive for like, or decent SSD for like less than $1. Like it's insane, truth be told.
Dude, it's just it's foolish. Like
I'm gonna write it out.
Just wait, guys. Just wait. Like,
yeah. There's a good chance that the market will correct itself. You don't go panic buying. It just makes things drive up, and it makes them think that they can get away with doing behavior like this more, and they'll artificially do it.
Oh,
yeah.
That reminds me, Gardiner. I was talking to James about this while you were at the bathroom. I was looking to buy. I found a guy on Facebook Marketplace selling.
Oh, that's right.
Selling a 4 terabyte SSD PCIe Gen 5 for like $350 a pop. And he fucking sold out. He sold them yesterday. And I was going to buy them like today after the show. Like driving
You dodged a bullet, because what he's not saying is that you had to go to a dark alleyway and get it. And it's someone from the Defense Department. And so those drives had other things on it. So I'm kidding, by the way. Yeah. No, I'm kidding.
But yeah, it's a foolish endeavor. I agree. That's why I'm spending my efforts looking at what cool cases I can get instead, because I'm pretty sure those aren't affected by the major RAM crisis, I would imagine.
No.
Well,
maybe.
Speaking of, by the way, just to help with this along, you mentioned Epstein files. We cannot have any part of this now on TikTok. Like, I can't take this clip out to TikTok, so we're just gonna have to uninstall it.
Yeah, but we can take TikTok out to the shaggy shed back in the back and put it down.
Old Yeller it.
Yeah, we can old Yeller it. That's what America's done to TikTok, friends. So there's been a couple of things that have been cited as the reasons why TikTok well, first and foremost, good job, society, for uninstalling TikTok.
Yeah.
Rare W, humanity. Rare W.
Yeah, but what are they picking up? And then they're like installing X because it has grok nude mode.
Or Instagram Reels, which is just as bad.
Okay, I will defend. I like Instagram. I don't like Instagram itself, but it's what my wife uses. Yeah, I like it more than TikTok.
Look, I mean, it's probably marginally better than TikTok. You know, dude, someone laughed at me the other day because I was like complaining about how I can't post to my Instagram account, like multiple pictures to my Instagram account. And she's like, why not? And I was like, because I use the PWA version of Instagram because I will not install a Meta app on my phone. And she's like,
Yeah.
what's a PWA? I was like, it's a website.
Wait,
Well, you just install the app. It's like, no,
wait,
dude. Like,
who was this? You sound like you're talking to like a Zoomer.
yes.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. I don't want to call her out by name, but yeah, she's younger than me and doesn't understand any of this stuff.
Well, PWAs, people are not going to understand it outside of.
Hell, yeah. Hell, I can barely remember the acronym at times. I know what it is, but like, if you ask me,
progressive web app.
Yeah.
See, the progressive part's what really gets me.
Yeah.
I can't download anything progressive. It's too woke.
It's too woke.
You want to talk about woke? You know what the law should be? Any app that you put on you like distribute through a through an app store should also be available as a website.
Well,
just that's the law.
Well, if they wanted to end wokeness, all they'd have to do was invest in like cryo sleep.
Wait, what?
What?
Cryo sleep.
Why cryo sleep?
That way you never wake up.
Oh my gosh.
What?
It was a terrible joke.
Oh, okay.
All right, but real talk though. Real talk. Let's talk about TikTok. So there's been a number of things that TikTok has changed. For example, the terms of service indicates that they're going to collect things like your race or ethnic origin, your citizenship or immigration status, your sexual orientation, all of that cool shit. And,
your immigration status is not needed by TikTok.
That's what you think.
That's crazy. Your race isn't needed by TikTok. None of that's needed by TikTok.
Yeah, users are willing to put that stuff up on their bio already, except for maybe the immigration status.
Yeah, who's gonna proud citizen of America? Well, I know not. I know to avoid you.
They do that. Proud
they do that. Yeah, and I will avoid them because I'm like, that's fine to be proud, but like, it's a trigger for me.
Well, like, the real test is like the ones who put that in their bio are like almost always like Russian or Indian.
They are. Yeah, X really revealed that anyone that's like really bad at like that, they're like Africa, Russia. Yeah.
But
Africa too.
Yes. Yeah. So on top of that though, the migration to Oracle servers has caused issues with the app itself not really functioning that well, at least for like a week or so. Well, and then also on top of that, though, there's also another clause in the TOS claiming TikTok has the right to use your content for AI training. Oh, and also things like talking about Epstein or like ICE stuff is censored on TikTok. You can't do that.
Yeah, it's
the word Epstein is censored.
We post stuff on TikTok with off the console, and I think we're gonna have to stop. I'm gonna have to go. Yeah. Get rid of all that, or at least disconnect it. I'm going to have to uninstall TikTok now. Like, the more I think about it, the more that terms of service is crazy. That is as bad as it gets.
Do we have a following on TikTok? I wasn't even.
Yeah, I didn't know we had a TikTok account.
I've mentioned it. Okay, you can go back. Like, people comment what episode, maybe, and they can see it. I've mentioned it multiple times in the episodes. Yes, we have a TikTok. And it's okay. Like, I think we get a couple thousand. But like TikTok, that's a couple thousand, like a couple hundred, maybe.
Yeah. So this graph
YouTube,
is super interesting right here. If you look at this 2024 data, it shows that TikTok is the only social media platform that had more left-leaning influencers than right-leaning ones on every other platform.
Not anymore.
What the actual hell, dude?
That's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, the only other social media that's going to have like the left-leaning bias is going to be Mastodon.
I think people are starting to go back to X a little bit, but
not me.
I even comment on X because I get to see all the bombastic stuff. I got back into it a little bit. The White House, and I should have saved this for the bonus episode, but the White House mentioned something just. I couldn't help but comment. But Facebook, that's a crazy, that one right there, the right leaning on Facebook is not surprising, but that's still like makes me disgusted.
Yeah.
Because if you've ever, okay, I'll go back because I don't want to lose track of people in my life that I like to see what they're doing sometimes. And I wish they would use a different platform that they use Facebook. And every time I go there, the amount of misinformation that is thrown at me, which I've never been interested in. It's like Mark Zuckerberg can say all he wants that he wanted to be free or what. He is purposely throwing all this stuff at us to cause misinformation and disruption with all of us. Like, it is crazy how bad Facebook has gotten.
I wonder if the Zuck is mentioned in the files.
I'm sorry, I don't think they invite robots, but okay.
Well, that's true. They wouldn't let Elon Musk on.
Yeah.
What a loser.
Yeah, they're both losers.
Elon Musk is an even bigger loser. They wouldn't even let Elon.
Oh, he is.
Yeah. But yeah, uninstall. I guess Instagram is going to be the next safe haven for left-leaning stuff. Unless TikTok stays, I really doubt that.
This is also very disheartening to see this. Because we all know.
I mean, that's from August 2024. I would expect that to be even higher now, like the disparity.
Yes.
It's so much slop, too. It's so much slop.
I'm over TikTok, though, truth be told, but...
Oh, yeah. I am over all of it. The only one that I personally use regularly anymore is Mastodon.
What about YouTube?
I mean, I have PeerTube and PixelFed and stuff, but Mastodon is
use... Yeah.
Well, we can't mention... we can't mention on YouTube.
What, you can't mention Mastodon?
Oh, no, PeerTube.
Oh, PeerTube.
Oh, right, yeah, we probably shouldn't mention PTube. I shouldn't call it PTube. That sounds bad.
PT.
It's okay. You can just bleep it out.
Yeah.
You made more work for yourself.
Crazy. That's crazy to have to bleep something like that. That's another thing. I will say this right now. I do like YouTube. I like that it's like in the beginning and over the years, but it is like I was reading more and more into how they're adding more to the to their algorithm for filtering out content. We even talked about it, how like if you say certain things, you start getting classified a certain way, they'll just not include you, and that's too much power for what YouTube has. I like YouTube, but we really got to have some more competition here.
Well, dude, YouTube gave me a copyright strike for mentioning I've uploaded 2 videos. One mentioned a YouTube client. I thought that was the issue, but apparently now Gardiner's telling me I can't mention JFin or KD. You
can't mention like self-hosted streaming or media playback streaming.
That's too far. That's too far. Like I could understand a couple of things, maybe getting flagged with like the little info thing below, like, hey, just know that this could be used for what. I could get that. I get that. But like completely
not to mention both of those videos combined together made less than 1,000 views too. So it's not like I made a super popular piracy guide or anything.
Well, did you like explain how to install and use those apps, or did you just mention them?
I just mentioned them, really.
Okay, yeah, that's crazy, dude. This is why I'm like I have literally divested from making videos, and why I've like really focused in on my website is because like, or running my suite of websites, right? Because this show is hosted on my hosting. Right, my corporate hosting. I have my self-hosted Fediverse alternative to YouTube. I have like my website where I write articles, and I'm really only like converting, like I'm taking those articles and I'm turning them into YouTube videos to try and draw traffic to my site, which has been a fairly successful tactic.
That's actually a really good pipeline to do. That's really good to do. That's smart.
Yeah, right. Not to mention this video that I'm talking about. It was in regards to turning the Steam machine into a media center, which I said was probably not advisable because of the whole issue with Netflix on Linux. I won't mention it because I don't know if that's going to get my ass kicked again.
Right.
The
720p issue.
I mean, a couple of months ago.
There's a 720p issue?
Yeah. It will only play back at 720p on Linux. And
apparently, Opera, you can play up to 1080p. On Netflix.
Opera? On Linux?
Opera. That's what Netflix's website says.
What?
I thought it was all based off the DRM they use.
Well, yeah, it is. It is.
The DRM limits
720p.
Yeah,
you can only stream 720, which I mean, it's not a huge deal on the Steam Deck because the Steam Deck has like a 720p adjacent resolution, but like hooking your Steam machine up to like a 4K TV and trying to play Netflix content that way is going to suck. Or Disney Plus or anything like that, really.
Interesting. It's already not it all sucks. But we'll get there.
Yeah.
Somewhere. We'll
the
find a
thing
way.
is, the algorithm is concerned about encouraging people to leave YouTube and engage in, the high seas activity, if you will. Meanwhile,
wait a second.
What?
I just want to say something real quick. Apparently, Mr. Epstein attended DEF CON.
Okay.
I just want to mention that.
Okay.
Are you reading? Forum. Are you reading? Oh my gosh! Yeah,
you interrupted my perfect segue.
Well, it's because you're talking about. We can't talk about what you're about to talk about.
Let's try it again.
All right, we'll back up. All right, so we'll go back here. Wait, what was my segue now? Oh yeah. So YouTube is afraid that you're going to engage in high seas activity by mentioning, these self-hosted apps or whatever. Meanwhile, Nvidia's over here not giving a fuck. High Tech, what's going on with this?
Oh, first off, you nailed it. Second off, so basically Nvidia is being sued by a bunch of authors for training data on pirated books, courtesy of I don't know if are we gonna have to censor this name, Anna's Archive?
Maybe. I'm just gonna censor it just in case. Well, say it freely, but I'll censor it.
Yeah, so Anna's Archive
Jeez.
is a website where you can get books, and they're also the website that scraped literally the entirety of Spotify. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but essentially Nvidia directly contacted them for access to high speed access to their database of books, and offered to pay as well. So not only did they pirate it, but they paid for pirated media too, which is also illegal. In fact, it might even be more illegal.
Yeah.
So authors
and
yes,
critical point that you're leaving out right now is that this scheme by Nvidia was approved by management.
Oh, that's true.
Explicitly.
Yeah, upper management. They had to get approved from upper management to do this, and yes. So American authors, a few of them here: Abdi Nazemian, Brian Keene, Stuart Nan, joined the legal battle.
I don't know. I don't know most of the stuff. I am curious though. Sorry, why Nvidia? Are they going to be replacing OpenAI? Are they doing their whole own LLM kind of system? Why do they need direct access to this?
I don't know, but what we know is that they did it. They did it.
I think they might just be working on their own stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they are.
Interesting.
They've done a ton of their own AI research. I mean, some of the stuff those Star Wars droids that Disney did was done with Nvidia's AI stuff.
I get they have a lot of AI stuff, but they don't have this type of stuff you're training it for is generative stuff that would be kind of replacing ChatGPT or
Yeah, so I'm assuming that's what they're going to do, because I mean they claim they're not unhappy with it, but clearly
I'm curious where they're going with all this. I mean, they're $5 trillion companies, so
is there more? Let's scroll out and see if there's more. Let's keep going down towards the end.
Meta pirated
what the hell is
film
that?
downloads.
Meta is apparently pirating adult films to train.
Well, no, this is it's for quote personal use.
Oh, for personal use.
Sure, it is.
Okay.
Facebook's about to get interesting.
Wow, that's insane.
So this one, there's a different article here that says that the title says it's for AI training, but we'll see.
I mean, it's a lawsuit. They said it's for personal use, but it's still pirated though, regardless of use, right? So dude, that is hilarious. What the heck?
Dude, the world is going crazy, man. What the actual hell?
We've gotten to the point where you gotta where they've trained on all the non-pornographic materials. Now they're gonna train on the pornographic materials to get the anatomy right.
Yeah. Right. Well, they're trying to Meta's gonna launch their own AI generated porn slop site.
Yeah, it's called Instagram After Dark.
Instagram After Dark. Hey, at least it'd be interesting.
Yeah.
No, I hate Meta.
Man.
Yeah.
That is a crazy defense. Dude. That they're using it for personal use. Yeah, I bet you the Zuck is using it for personal use.
Yeah.
He's got to fill his bunker in Hawaii with something.
Oh yeah. But I think the more interesting topic of this half was Spotify suing for $13 trillion. Wait, did I write 13 trillion? I did.
13 trillion, yeah.
Yes. That's a lot.
I mean,
that's a lot of money. That's probably
it's so stupid.
That's
Guys,
more money than the entire GDP of some countries.
We have an interesting opportunity here because Nvidia is partnered with Anna's Archive. So maybe we could take out both by just destroying Anna's Archive and Spotify and Nvidia. Take them all out. Just get rid of them.
Oh man, you're a devious one, Gardiner. Has anyone ever told you that?
Yeah,
I'm quite devious.
So yeah, Spotify and 3 major record labels, the big 3, Universal, Warner, and Sony, all together have sued for $13 trillion, and that the platform has allegedly scraped 86 million music files, each valued at around $151,000 a file. Wow.
What?
So how much does the archive actually have? Like, maybe they could get 1 million from them, but
well, every article is meant. Well, even Anna's Archive said they scraped literally the entirety of Spotify, so I would imagine they'd have a lot
of money.
No, of
I'm
files.
saying money. I know, but I'm saying money. They're suing for $13 trillion. Like, is just they're doing it for the headlines. That's it.
Well, yeah,
that's so
this
stupid.
Is all performative.
Yeah,
I know, but like
at the very least,
we've gotten to 13 trillion though for performative. That's just ridiculous. Well,
I think they're hoping that Anna's Archive would settle for a much more modest couple $1 million in damages.
As if they have a couple $1 million.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. It's kind of an insane situation at this point. It's there to set an example of how powerful the music industry is. We forget how powerful they are. They are very litigious, and they're responsible for a lot of the changes that happened to YouTube many years ago.
Yeah,
yeah, but 13 trillion and just
they're also
so
losing a lot of power recently.
Yeah,
I mean, like
True.
I don't know. I wouldn't shed a tear if the music industry, like these publishers, died.
I wouldn't shed a tear either, truth be told. They can't.
I want all of the parties involved to go away. Like,
well, I don't know if Anna's Archive can even put up a good fight, though. Let's be perfectly honest.
No,
they have no.
Well, where are they based? I mean, are they even like a legal entity, or is it just like a website by some person?
Let's find out. Let's see what Wikipedia has to say about it. It's an open source search engine for shadow libraries, launched by the pseudonymous Anna. We don't know who Anna is. Should we interview them? The Anna?
That would be interesting.
I knew a few Annas in school. I don't think any of them would have founded this. They weren't very tech savvy, I will say.
Yeah.
So Anna's Archive. We don't know anything about this mysterious Anna. They could be Edward Snowden for all we know.
Oh gosh.
I wonder if Anna's Archive has the files unredacted.
I wonder.
I
mean, what is actually going to happen? I mean, like, it's a pseudonymous person. Do we know anything about them? Like, I just don't see how this like bullshit performative lawsuit is going to have any effect at all.
If it's anything like with Pirate Bay, it will probably cause them to have to wander more, meaning like hosting wise. But beyond that, like if they're not in any way can trace the entity back to the United States, then this is performative to show like they have muscle. My problem is it still goes back to the 13 trillion. It just they sound like clowns at that much.
All right,
like if they want to do performative, they could have done like 13 billion or something, like I don't know, something feeling more reasonable, but they just sound like clowns. And so this is just I don't think they're expecting any money from this. They're just showing like if you try doing this, we'll screw you over.
So we got more details on what they took from Spotify. So apparently they scraped about 300 terabytes of files of data. And It apparently only accounts for 37% of Spotify's full collection, but it represents 99.6% of all listens on the platform.
But it's mostly just music data, right? So it's just it's the music.
Yeah, that's the music, yes.
And so you can already get most of that off of other sites. Yeah. So
yeah,
I don't know. It's interesting. It's also, for me, this whole thing's just kind of a nothing burger. Yeah. Because,
yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. It's kind of a crazy situation. Also, worth mentioning is that the Nvidia lawsuit doesn't have Anna's archive listed. It's authors suing Nvidia.
Yeah.
So it's not like Anna's archive is being sued by two companies at once.
That's interesting. Yeah. Huh.
I mean, there's not much to say besides this mysterious Anna has really brewed up a lot of controversy as of recently.
I want to know who Anna is.
Yeah. Who is Anna?
Guaranteed, though, that Anna's hiding right now. Unlike Linus, who's showing all. If you've seen some of it, he's even done some thirst traps lately. But yeah,
That's quite that. Yeah, I mean, this is quite the thirst trap. Building a brand new PC.
No, but he did like a photo shoot without a shirt, I think, recently.
Oh, did he?
Oh, why?
Because I think I think he's been working out and everything like that. I don't know.
Hold on. Is that the Steam Machine?
Nice.
That kind of looks like Hattie from Battle Block Theater. If you guys ever played that,
it does. It does.
Hattie Haddington, man, that was a good game.
That was a great game. I love that game.
Does he have braces on?
Yes.
Okay.
I've never seen an adult. I've never seen an adult with braces.
What?
No, I'm serious.
I have.
Yeah. They're called adult braces.
Are they like fucking neon pink colored like most like teenager braces?
No.
Or are they like invisible?
Like what he has. Usually, if it's small enough, he must have had pretty bad teeth to have braces. He usually use Invisalign. But yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
so he gutted an old Steam machine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To make the new Steam machine.
Was it like a GTX 970 or something for the GPU?
I think it depends on which one you got. Some of them had Titans.
Oh, yeah.
And some had 970s
or
960s.
Yeah.
If you were lucky, you got a GTX Titan in your machine.
Yeah. Dude, I remember when that came out and I was like, you guys need to send me one of these. And they didn't.
Well, who knows? Maybe they'll send you the much better one. Want to hear a word about that?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope I get.
No, we should do a multiplayer. Tell Valve we'll do a special multiplayer segment showing off games that do work.
I'm down. It'd be fun.
Oh, I bet. Oh, I wonder if Out of Action works on Linux. I haven't tested it yet. I know the demo worked on Linux though, back when it was on the Netflix. Oh, I bet you it does work on Linux. Yeah. Man,
isn't that a Titan?
Everything is.
No, that's a 780. Okay.
Yeah, it's all coming
Out of
together.
Action says playable on Steam.
On Steam Deck? Oh shit.
Yeah,
I don't think it has controller controls, but that's okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of an interesting video, but like honestly, a lot of people are doing this kind of thing. It's neat that he's doing it in a
so he's not like modifying the original casing. Instead, he like basically made a 3D printed or not. He has a CNC machine. He CNC'd a new bottom chassis to like mount his hardware.
They drilled out like the bottom of the chassis, like to add more airflow.
No, they made a like a replica in CAD, and they CNC'd it. That? That's what I remember because he like handed him the old one. If you go further into the video, you should like go back.
I did not watch this. I'm
go back.
Like 100% over Steam Machine. I made my own Steam Machine stuff.
There.
If you can't tell, I'm so over it. I'm more into the thirst trap stuff.
Yeah, so he was. So they were talking about the two camps. One that was like go ahead and hack it up, and the other one that wanted to keep it preserved as hardware. Mm-hmm. So I think if we'll go forward a few more seconds, they have another one that's modified to have more speed holes and stuff.
Oh,
yeah, because they probably couldn't mount to the existing oh look, see, it's a new. They got new mounting stuff, and it's the benefit of having a CNC machine. It looks a lot better than like a 3D printed version. Not saying 3D prints look bad, but
interesting. Okay, I was wrong, but
it looks the same though.
Neat.
You are right.
Yeah,
it's kind of slightly different alloy, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, slightly.
In fact, it's probably going to look better.
One of them is the top, and the other one is the bottom. That's like what he's showing here.
Yeah, but it's different alloy, or it's different color in the alloy.
Yeah, so, Linus has the resources to like get good 3D scans and like CNC the stuff.
That's the hard part. CNC is not as hard. It's the
3D scans.
Yeah, it's the 3D scans. Getting it just right and building those, they could take a lot of work.
Yeah,
it's
a cool project.
I mean, it's interesting. Kind of cool. The fact that it's built in a original Steam Machine chassis. I do know that like this, it turned out a little overpowered for even with all the extra, whatchamacallit, but it's still kind of neat.
I mean, when it comes to modified cases, I love modding stuff. Yeah. Seeing people do a lot of different things. I just get tired of, I made this square box because we're waiting for the Steam Machine and it kind of functions like it. And I'm like, and people love it. I'm over it.
Yeah. How many machines has ETA Prime made? Because I know he's the one that makes all the Steam machines. He's made a bunch of them, truth be told.
He's made a few. No, honestly, anyone that's in the Steam realm has made a bunch.
Yeah.
The DEG 2? What is that about?
The DEG 2? Is that like the motherboard that they sent me? Do they have like a build?
Oh, scroll up. Go to videos. Like, yeah, there we go. Let's see what's going on here. Not a whole lot of Steam machines this time around, but I do see there's a G1, new computers, SFF, Steam Machine Mini. There it is. There's one of them.
He probably has like 2 or 3, but I think he just does a lot of mini PCs. So maybe you're mistaken like that. He was trying to sell it off as a Steam machine.
That is true.
He does a lot of, I follow his videos every once in a while.
Too. But yeah, guys, that, I think that wraps it up, right? We had everything else.
We had quite the episode today.
Yeah.
I am curious if you guys have made a Steam machine or I don't know, made something recently. Throw it in the Discord. I'm just going to shout that out to anyone listening. That'd be interesting to see anyone throw.
Yeah, I want to make a Discord. I want to make not a Discord. We already have one of those. I want to make a Steam machine made out of like junkyard parts at some point. The problem is finding a good e-waste recycle station near me.
Yeah,
that could be interesting too.
I mean, there is a ton of life and viability left in a bunch of old hardware. Like,
yeah.
Do you have one of those places near you, Gardiner?
No.
Or James? Like an e-waste place?
Probably not. We just believe in throwing it in the garbage, in the dump.
Wow, that's lame. That's super lame.
We have DI, which maybe you could find a couple of things, but usually people pick those up so fast, which is like a thrift store kind of. It's not really though.
All right, well, I guess we'll have to wait and see if we can find a junkyard PC worth saving.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for joining me today, High Tech, James. It's lovely to spend time with you on a Saturday like this. Thank you, everyone out there, for listening, for watching, for engaging. And we'll see you next week.
Yes. All right. Thanks for waiting 1 week to get the new episode, and peace out.
It's been one heck of an episode.
Yes, it's been good. Good to be back.
All right, take care.
See ya.
Later, guys.